Kyle, we can start with you.
Sounds good. Hey, everybody. Thanks for the time. I'm excited for this last string of episodes for everyone to get to see them. What do you think has been the most surprising experience about making season 2 compared to season 1?
For me, the big difference is the length, 16 episodes versus basically 9, because we had shot the pilot a year before season 1. So season 1, really, that length of shooting was 9 episodes, and this was almost twice as many. So I was surprised we made it through in 1 week. It's a long time. It was 9 months up in Vancouver shooting, so it was a lot. And I'm surprised it turned out as well as it did. I had hoped it would, but you never know. You hope. It's a lot of episodes, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm really excited for everyone to see the second half of the season 2B, which is coming out on Wednesday, because there's a lot of really fun stuff and a lot of really big stuff that happens, and a lot of great performances, and yeah, I'm excited for people to see what they think of it.
I love going to New York that we did in the first part of season 2. And what happened in New York, where we found an egg and that there's now a baby. I mean, that was something I didn't expect this season. Or any season, there's an alien baby, and now it is in our world, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. It's funny, and it's a little scary, and it's perfect for this show, and for my character to have an alien baby around. That's kind of you get to know a little bit more about Harry, about how he feels about children, from his own planet. What was that like to be a child on his planet? And it's not just Max, the child, that he treats like that he thinks of kind of as something you could just kill. He has a very interesting take on having a child around. He spent so much time wanting to meet an alien, and now he's got an alien there, and he's a very, very fun character to play. That was what surprised me, and I'm looking forward to that people get to see what happens this season with the baby.
Thank you both.
Dana, you're up next.
Oh, that Goliath told Harry that there's another alien race that's planning to take over Earth and everything. And so my question is, with this invasion, how do you structure it so that it separates itself from what we've seen in season 1 in regards to alien invasion?
You broke up a little bit for me in the middle of there, so I'm not sure I heard the whole question.
I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. I was saying that, Goliath told Harry that there's another alien invasion that's coming. And so I'm going to assume this is completely separate. Harry arrived. With that in mind, how do you separate season 2 from season 1?
So season 1, Harry has come to the general concept of why the 2 aliens came is different. Harry comes in season 1 to save the Earth, and in doing so, comes in planning on killing all the humans. This new alien invasion has a different plan, and it runs completely counter to Harry's people's plan. The new alien people are there, and they don't have good plans for the Earth. They are ultimately want to destroy the Earth, and so Harry's put in this position. He always wanted to protect the Earth from the humans who eventually, who were sort of hurting it and eventually going to kill it. But then suddenly now there's an alien invasion that amps it up because they're planning on doing harm to the Earth much faster than the humans did. So now the thought of like stopping the humans from doing it has to take a back seat because this is happening right now. Now he's got to deal with these aliens first before he's got to deal with these humans. So it's a little bit just different in concept. And it's going to feel a little different because, Harry, because of the nature of how he came on the planet and how he has emotions now and everything, has always struggled with his mission to kill everybody. but I will say the other aliens are not going to struggle emotionally with their decisions. So it's definitely gonna feel a little bit different. That's a great question.
Thank you.
Thanks. And Jamie.
Hi, thanks for talking to us. So this is more of an Alan question, but Chris, hopefully you can weigh in after he answers. As Harry experiences more human emotions, he's sort of becoming more human, we'll say. And we know from the monologues that scares the crap out of him. But is he ever going to sort of reconcile that, I guess, and maybe be okay with that? Or is it going to continue? Can you just talk a bit about that, about his idea of as he becomes more human?
I'm sure he'll come to some understanding of it as he goes on. It's also new to him right now, that emotions can sort of catch him off guard coming out of him, that it's just not something that he's used to feeling, that they don't have them on his planet. So as time goes on, I'm sure he'll get used to it, maybe coping with it like humans do, taking psychotropic, I don't know. Probably gets into some pharmacology. But yeah, I think it'll, just like humans, we have emotions and they catch us off guard. I think sometimes I'm still trying to come to terms with my emotions. That he'll, as far as his relationship with being human, or that's always going to be a little tricky, but in time, I think it's, somebody moves to a foreign country, and soon you just think of yourself as, my wife considers herself American. She's not American. Just look at her. She's Canadian. You see, it's all over her face.
Yeah, Harry doesn't, I don't think Harry likes the fact that, especially in the beginning, hates the fact that he has these emotions. And I think even reference to them as, sort of a disease, and a poison inside of him and humans. But I think this season he's getting to the point where I think it's harder and harder for himself to admit that he's not being changed. He comes in the first season realizing that he really cares for Asta. And he's still holding on to that. No, all I care about is Asta. But it's very clear by his actions, he's starting to care about other people as well. Yet he won't really admit it to himself. And I think the next sort of level of his growth, the next step of his growth, probably, whenever it might happen, is going to be the realization that he has to admit to himself, okay, maybe I do love people outside of Asta. Maybe it's not just Asta. And as soon as he admits that to himself, I think there's a big shift, because when does that end? Like maybe there's another person or two in town that he starts to like. And once he admits that to himself, does that mean I'm eventually going to like everybody? Can I not stop this? So I think that's the next step for him. It's begrudging. He's accepting it begrudgingly now, but I think he's still in denial about it. And like Alan said, in the same way that we are as humans, often with our emotions, we always try to tell ourselves we don't feel a certain thing. We don't love a certain person. Try to tell ourselves we don't hate a certain person. I think we try to talk ourselves into believing what we want to believe about how we feel about life and about people. And the reality is emotions happen to you whether you want them to or not. And I think Harry is realizing that he's really a victim of them in the same way that we all are. But I think what he's got to learn is that it's not a bad thing, that this is these emotions, and even the bad times are the things that you work through, and you gain strength and allows you to be a stronger human and be able to appreciate things more and love more and really experience the most out of life. So I think that's a journey he's on. It's got to be a slow journey, because I think once he really gets to the end of that, the series is probably over, because I think that's what the show's about. So we're just slowly sort of taking him there, and it's easy to take him there slowly because the way humans go through this is very, very slow as well. So it's very natural to sort of, spoon emotions into Harry a little bit at a time and see how he reacts to them.
All right, great. Thank you, both of you.
Great, thank you.
All right, everyone, that's all the time we have for this roundtable. I'm going to send you guys back to a holding room before your next interview.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.